Hello, hi. This is Stephanie Lindloff, and this is Reclaim Your Peace with Mother Earth. Thanks for joining. I am an eco-intuitive coach and teacher, and I help busy, anxious women reclaim your peace through moments of connection with Mother Earth. And so glad to have you here today. This is a special time of year because we're approaching the winter solstice, and these are the darkest days of the year, leading up to the winter solstice and the days and weeks coming out of the winter solstice. And it can be a really challenging time for a lot of women, especially those of us who struggle with anxiety and depression, and perhaps if you're going through a grief process, this can be a challenging time of year. And the winter solstice and Yule is very much celebrated around the coming of light, the rebirth of the sun. And that time of the solstice tends to focus on a celebration of light. And yet, there is so much to be gained, so much wisdom, so much knowing to bring out of ourselves through the darkness, through our relationship with the darkness. We all experience darkness, right? I mean, it is actually an essential part of our growth process. When you think of it, seeds go into the dark earth. Mammals are within the womb, and birds and reptiles are within eggs. And all of these places of darkness, are a place of growth and transformation. It's something that all living things experience in order to transform and to come into being our true nature. And so we tend to think of darkness as coming at the beginning of life and at the end of life, right? The darkness of death, the darkness of decay, the darkness of decomposition. And they're very often connected. The darkness of birth and the darkness of death are so connected, and it really shows us how we are truly experiencing a cycle of life. So darkness is also a signal of the beginning, and that is something that I really want to explore today, because we experience periods of darkness throughout our lives, not just at the beginning and not just at the end. We experience deep sadness and grief and periods of depression. And boy, I'm going to raise my hand and I'm going to say that I experience recurring depression. In addition to having chronic anxiety, I have experienced many stages, many bouts of depression throughout my life. And if you've ever experienced depression, you know how debilitating it can be. It is a darkness that can feel truly all-encompassing, and as though it is a permanent condition, even though it's not. Within our hearts, within our souls, we know that the darkness is not a permanent condition. It is something that we will be able to come out of. And as children of nature, this is especially a time for us to draw upon our inner knowing, because as children of nature, we know within our hearts and within our very DNA that times of darkness are required. It is essential for our growth and for our transformation. Just looking at nature, of course, Mother Earth offers us so many examples of how the darkness is so essential, from the examples that I already gave to the fact that we cannot see the moon and the stars and the northern lights and the holiday lights unless there is darkness. But darkness is more than a backdrop that allows for the light to be more visible. It's actually a place where the light can be born. And that's a powerful thing for us to understand. It's actually something that I'm going to be exploring in my special class on the winter solstice, December 21st, sowing seeds of peace and hope. And we're going to be exploring the sacred significance of darkness, of seeds, of all of the wisdom that the darkness is offering to us at this special time of year. It is also going to be a time where you can learn all about how to winter sow seeds. And I'm going to be offering a step-by-step, very simple process. I mean, super simple to growing beautiful native flowers and grasses by sowing seeds right now in the middle of the winter in December and January. Using everything that these seeds are meant to do, you're just facilitating it, and you will receive a packet of seed through your registration, seed that I have harvested from our own native gardens. So in the course of sowing your winter seeds at this time of year, this time of darkness, you will be giving yourself a gift of beautiful flowers and grasses in 2024 and in the years to come. And of course, this is such a huge gift to Mother Earth as well, because all of the living things love native plants. So going back to the seeds and how they are providing us so much wisdom of what is possible within the darkness, the seeds actually require a period of dormant. They go through what is called cold stratification. And it's counterintuitive because a lot of people think that the cold is just like they're dormant while they're in the earth, while they're cold. But in fact, it's the cold darkness that breaks them from their dormancy. It's the freeze and the thaw and tumbling around and all of what they're experiencing within the cold, dark earth that softens the seed casing and that allows them to receive moisture and to eventually germinate and start to take growth, start to germinate. So this is such a beautiful example of how the darkness is truly essential. And, you know, I think that one of the things that I wanted to share is that, as I said, I have journeyed with recurring depression throughout my life, probably experienced my first diagnosed depression in my teenage years, and have had several depression episodes since then. And in a couple of years ago, I went through a particularly bad depression, and I ended up going back on medication, which I have done at times in my life. And I just want to say that because the practices that I share, the practices that I will be sharing in just a moment, is not meant to be a replacement for medication and for support and for therapy, because that is so necessary if you are really struggling in a period of darkness. I've come to think of the medication as a bit of the cold stratification process for my own depression and my own bouts with more serious depression, because the medication, it's like it softens everything and it allows me to receive the light and to also get more in contact, get reconnected with the light that lives within me. So I just wanted to come right out and say that, you know, the practices that I share are wonderful, complementary therapies in addition to receiving the professional therapy that is most appropriate for you. And when I was in my most recent period of depression, it was at this time of year, and I was so drawn to go outside at night in particular. I wanted to be in the darkness. It just felt like where I was meant to be. And in that time, I would just step out off of our, side door, would just stand on the driveway. I wasn't going for long hikes or anything like that. I was just in our yard, and just getting in contact with nature, with all of the beauty that the darkness offers us when we are open to it. So, of course, I was reminded that I can only see the stars and the moon when it is dark. We can only see the northern lights when it is dark. We can only see the beautiful holiday lights when it is dark. So the darkness is necessary for us to, you know, see what is possible in that time. And one of the things that I was naturally drawn to do, I could feel coming forward, was the importance of planting a seed at that time, planting an idea, a seed idea for myself. And the question that I was asking myself to do this was, what do I most want to do when I feel better? What is something that I most want to do when I feel better? And it took me a while to keep asking myself that question because, when you're in a place of darkness, that sense of apathy sets in and really nothing feels compelling, nothing feels like you want to explore it. If it is an idea that comes forward when you are in a place of depression, that is like a star. It is like a most beautiful star, a star seed that has so much clarity and authenticity because it is being born in that place of darkness. And I found that this was a really powerful time to plant the seed of some ideas. And this felt like a really important thing to share because I'm not suggesting that then you go and take a bunch of actions on it. Simply planting the seed of the idea is the action. It is the powerful action. It's like you are the mother plant releasing the seeds in the winter, trusting that they are going to find the fertile earth, trusting that they are going to be broken out of their dormancy through the darkness. And this is exactly what planting a seed idea is when you are in a place of darkness. You are expressing that you have hope, that there's a light that is within you that you are able to connect with, that you are able to identify even just one thing that you would like to do when you're feeling better. It could be as simple as going for a walk around the block or going out for a coffee or tea with a friend, or it could be, something really big, going on a vacation to a specific place or reconnecting with a long lost friend. Whatever the thing is that comes forward, know that it has power behind it. It has true healing behind your answer of what will I do? What will I most like to do when I'm feeling better? Planting that seed is so powerful. And not only powerful when you're in a time of depression, but powerful right now when we're in a time of darkness, when so many people are struggling with the lesser daylight and with the falling temperatures. Take heart and look to Mother Earth for reminders of the power of this time of darkness, the power of recognizing that you have those idea seeds within you. And this is the perfect time of year to identify what those idea seeds are and to plant them metaphorically through your intention, to identify what they are and to plant them through your intention. This is a powerful practice to apply anytime you're experiencing a period of darkness. And just so much potentiality within the darkness. Remember how fertile and rich the dark earth is, the womb, the egg. Remember the potentiality that is within that space. It is a place of transformation. the more we can embrace it and recognize that it is a stage, it is part of the process. It is not permanent. We all go through these stages, and Mother Earth is always offering you guidance and support and helping you reconnect with the wisdom of your beautiful, beautiful soul. I hope that you enjoyed the teaching today. If this resonated for you, we're going to really explore it on December 21st, the winter solstice, for my course, Sowing Seeds of Peace and Hope. And if you are interested in getting started on a native garden, this is a wonderful time for you to learn a super simple process for sowing seeds in the winter so that you can have beauty, hope, and joy with Mother Earth in the months and years to come. If you would like more information about registering for that class, please check the description down below. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a lovely week. I'll see you again next Tuesday at 2 here on YouTube Live. Take care. Bye-bye.